So today I'm going to be helping you get through the nicknamed Monster Groove in Constant Motion by Dream Theater. It starts on Odd Riff 2 and ends on GTR Solo D. Now what I'm going to do for this tutorial is I'll show you a clip of the part that I'm going to be doing first. So right now I'll show you a clip of Odd Riff 2. I'll show it with me playing the drums, and then in the corner I'll have the screen so you can see what notes are coming up. And then after that one section plays, I'll explain what's going on. Alright, so you can watch Odd Riff 2 right now, and then we'll move on to GTR Solo A, B, C, and D later. Alright, so throughout the duration of Odd Riff 2, you're going to have parts where it's either 3 yellow notes or 2 blue. Either way, you're going to be hitting a lot of yellow and blue. You're going to hit these pads a lot more. So in the beginning, you're going to have a part where it's just 1 kick in the beginning, and then I think it's three yellows. Your left hand is going to be pretty consistent on the red pad, while the kick is actually pretty consistent too throughout the song. You're not going to get too flipped out about the kick once you get that next part. And then the part when it's 5 yellow notes in a row, you're going to have, yellow, 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 yellow. You're going to start with your right hand and end with your right hand. And the part to remember about the yellow notes, the 5 yellow notes, there'll be 2 kicks in it. You need to remember that both of those kicks are always, you're going to hit the kick the same time that you use your right hand. So it'll be right, left, right and kick, left, right and kick. So that's mostly the part that people mess up on. And once you can get the hang of that, I think there's only one last part where it's yellow, yellow, blue, blue, green. And that's pretty easy too. So you're going to start with your right hand and end with your right hand again. There will be 5 notes in that. Yellow, right, yellow, left, blue, right, blue, left, and then green. And you're going to remember the first kick comes on the first time you're hitting the blue pad with your right hand. So it'll be yellow, yellow, blue kick, blue, green kick. So that's pretty easy. Now we'll go to the next part, which is GTR Solo A, so you can check that out right now. Alright, so GTR Solo A is very similar to the first part, which is Odd Riff 2, except in this part you're going to have some parts where you'll be hitting the blue pad more. And when you're hitting the blue pad, you need to remember, if you're starting off with your right hand, since there's usually only 2 hits, you're going to need to switch with your right hand too. So if there's 2 blue pads and then a green, start with your right hand, because it'll be easier to switch with your right hand after that second blue hit, which is your left hand, so you can move this one out to the right more. But then there's a part where it's blue, blue, yellow, yellow, yellow. And you'll want to make sure that you start with actually your left hand, which is hard for some people. That way when you hit the first one with your left hand, you hit the second with your right, and you have room to move your left hand over and hit the yellow pads again. So it'll be... And on this one, instead of hitting the kick on all of your right hands, you're going to hit it on the last 2 of your left hand. So it'll be boom, boom, kick, boom, kick. So that should help you out. You're going to need to practice that a lot though. I remember I had to practice that tons before I could even do it on 100%. I had to do it 50%, tons and tons of time. Alright, so we'll go on to GTR Solo B right now. Alright, GTR Solo B is essentially everything that you've used from Odd Riff 2 and GTR Solo A, but you're just going to need to be a little bit faster about it, because you'll have parts where you have to do the fill and then hit both hands and then start another fill right away. So really it's just the same stuff that you've used before, You're just gonna have to be a little faster, just practice that more. We'll start on C right now. Alright, so once you get into Guitar Solo C, it starts getting a little trickier. It's really pretty different from the other parts. You're going to have parts where it's blue, yellow, yellow, and what a lot of people do is they'll hit blue with their right and then switch to their right again and hit yellow, yellow, and then you won't have enough time to hit the other notes that come up. You're going to want to hit blue with your right, yellow with your left, yellow with your right again. It's really about alternating hands as much as you can. So, yeah, let's go to the next part then. And this is the, part D is really different, and it's the hardest for most people, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes really easy. And watch this clip right now, and I will show you how I'm doing. Alright, so the last part of this song, Solo D, is really just, it's kind of the same thing that we've been doing, except the notes are a little erratic. They're a little more spread out across. And what you've been learning the entire time on drums is that your hands are pretty dependent on each other. Whatever you're going to do with this hand, usually in most songs you'll do the same with the other hand, or you'll alternate. But this one, you really need to just forget all that. Your hands need to be completely independent of each other. You're going to want to hit green and then red and then maybe a different one with your left hand. Just remember that these hands, whatever you do with one, it doesn't make the other do anything. So if you're going to hit green, you might need to hit blue and then red with your left hand and then hit a different one. It's going to be really weird, but really you'll get the hang of it. Practice it on 50% speed. The kick is the same, but there's notes missing from parts of the fills. Like, how can I explain this? Alright, I'm putting up a note chart that I made with Photoshop that I took down all the notes from this. So look at this note chart. I put down if you should be using your right hand or left hand on which note. So that should help a lot. So after you look at that, just try to follow that note chart, put it on 50% speed, and try that. Just remember that the kick is really the same. You really don't even need to worry about the kick. The kick should come very easily. And it'll take you a long time practicing this, but you will get the hang of it. I really practiced maybe for about a day. And, I'm not the best drummer or guitarist in the world, so you should definitely be able to get this pretty fast. Alright, so just remember what I taught you, and you should be good. So check out those note charts right now. And I think that is everything. So if you guys have any other recommendations, songs that you need help with, I will practice them as much as I possibly can until I do, and then I will relay that information back to you. Thank you. See you later.